Good afternoon. My name is Arminta Guthrie, for you that don't know. I'm the wife of this wonderful man that we're honoring today. First, I'd like to thank the Historical Society for all the work that they have put into reserving this station, restoring this station. Bob would be so proud. A lot of you feel like you grew up here. Having 5 of my own, I'm sure you did. Bob, as I called him, used to say we had wall-to-wall kids sleeping on the floor, living room floor, on Friday nights when we came home from being out eating. You all know that this was only a 2-bedroom house, but our kids' friends were always welcome. So if we did have wall-to-wall kids, it was for a reason. I'm sure a lot of you remember when the phone rang in our house and no kids, no girls were around to answer it. Bob would pick up the phone and say, Kelly's Pool Hall.
Yeah.
And after a while, friends of the kids got used to it. This gathering is one that I have dreamed of, stayed awake at night, trying to figure out how I could make it work. As some of us say, if you can't fix it, put it in the hands of God. Several turn events have moved me back to this area. Now that I'm here, things are coming together very well. This gathering is to honor a man that had railroad running through his veins. He had 46 years working for the railroad on the Kansas City Southern until 1949. And we came to California, and Bob went to work for the Southern Pacific. We lived in some weird places and ended up here in 1962. The train master approached Bob, sugarcoated him with some big compliments. And he said, I'm sending you to Saugus. As the agent, you'll be a telegrapher, sell tickets, and handle Railway Express. At that time, there was no homes in Newhall, Saugus to buy or rent. So I said, okay, they've got living quarters upstairs. We'll just move in up there, which we did. I had some bookkeeping training in Railway Express just before we moved here to Saugus. And I went to work for Bob, maybe 2-3 hours a day, and I still had this one, it was only 2 years old, that I could take her with me. And so this worked out pretty good for us for a while. So this man put his heart and soul into saving this building. He and another very dedicated person, Cynthia Harris, wrote many letters and made phone calls to save this station, or the railroad was going to tear it down. There are 2 people in my life I am most grateful for. I'm grateful for all of them, but these are very special. My grandson, Brian Powers. Where's he at?
I'm up here.
Up here. And his son, Nathan Powers, donated this rock. And how they got it into the truck, off of the truck, into this hole, I don't know. I'm glad I wasn't around it, or I'd probably be screaming my head off. But I ordered a plaque, and Brian made sure that it was sealed. And I just dare anybody to try to move this rock or take this seal off of here, because it was a great job that I'm very grateful for. Thank you, guys. I'm so blessed to have my family here today. The ones that I have are here to be with me, and to thank each and every one of you for coming today for this dedication, facing the heat, and putting up with me and my mistakes. But thank you all for coming. Enjoy yourself.
To all my friends that are here, hello, back there, Debbie Romero, Steve. Scott, Dolores, I can't name all of you, Cindy, Sharon, Ruth, Corky, Jen, Rebecca, Cindy Kelly, everyone, just Dennis, everybody. I love you so much for being here with me. Neil, Dave, Rick, everybody, I don't want to forget you all. Candy. It means the world to me that you all came to be here with my family and I today to honor the most amazing man I've ever known in my life. And thank you very much.
I have another thank you. Steve Hanauer
Steve.
has a flower shop. You
Come here,
all
Steve.
know Steve's Flowers. This girl worked for him when she was 18 years old.
For 11 years, he's my mentor.
Anyhow,
mentor.
he brought this bouquet to put on this most memorial dedication.
This
And
is-
a big thanks to Steve.
He, if not for him, I was a high school dropout. Everybody knows that, okay? He took me in at 18 years old, and after I wrecked a couple of vans trying to deliver flowers for him, he brought me in to see if I could, put some flower
Work with
arrangements
flowers.
together. I worked for him for 11 years, became assistant manager of one of his shops, kicked Bill Hogreef out, and then became manager of Bouquet Florist. And,
You remember it's good for him.
yeah, 34 years later, I'm still a floral designer. Steve still owns the same flower shop. Debbie Romero's worked there. She came when I wrecked the vans to take over delivering. Did you work there too, Cindy?
No, I want to work together.
Oh, you want to work there? Anyways, he is my mentor, and if not for him, I don't know where I would have been today because he taught me a craft that they don't really appreciate so much anymore, right? But
That's true.
But it is, it has raised my 4 daughters, and thank you for that.
Thank you very much, my friend.
I'm Alan Pollock. I'm president of the Historical Society, and we're so proud to honor James Guthrie today, being the last station master of the train station and all his efforts to save it. And if it weren't for him and people like him, we wouldn't have this today to show off the great heritage and history of our valley here. So we're glad y'all could make it. We're glad to do this for him, and this will be a memorial to him for time immemorial to come. So again, thank you so much.